Have you ever had a gig where you've got your pedal board set up, you've got all your pedals ready, you've checked all your volumes, you've checked all your settings, you're happy with everything, you start playing, halfway through a song your sound just cuts out for no reason. Now because you've got so many pedals and so many cables, and you never know which one it is, so you have to unplug all of your pedals, test them all out, or just plug straight into your amp in an emergency situation, which is what happened to me New Year's Eve, which was very annoying. Well, there is now a solution to this problem, and that solution is Bright Onion Pedals loopers. Let me walk you through how these things work. They're amazing. Let me explain how this thing works then. So each of these foot switches has a send and a return outlet on the back here. So you plug your guitar in the left hand side, and you plug a cable to your amp over here. So on the right hand side, on the left hand side you plug to your amp. So there's your input and your output. So when none of your foot switches are activated, you just have, this is true bypass, so you just have a pure signal from your guitar to your amp. Now each of these has a send and return, as I say. So the first one, which is a fuzz, I have a send going into my ferro and a return coming out of my ferro back into here. That's for my BB plus, so the second loop's back here. So I have a send going in, a return coming out. Then what you do, you leave all your pedals on all the time. As soon as you press one of these, it activates, or it allows that signal to go into the pedal, out again, and then straight back out. So you're not going through all of your pedals. So if one of your pedals cuts out, it won't even matter because the signal is going straight through. The reason I have two distortions and a fuzz is because if anything goes wrong with any of these or any of the cables, I've got a backup on there automatically. So the way I use mine, I have my fuzz and my distortions first in the signal, then I have a kill switch, then I go into my modulations, then I have a gate, then I have my delay, and then I have a boost. And I have one spare, because I'm a bit of a pedal junkie. I often take different pedals to gigs and just have that one out here somewhere sticking out. So I'm not on the board permanently, so I can chop and change it. So let's say for example you wanted a separate loop. You can create a separate loop. So if you wanted to have a loop here for fuzz and delay, you would simply link your fuzz, so send from the first loop into your fuzz, out of your fuzz into the delay, and then out of the delay back into the return, and you can have a solo sound with say a fuzz and a delay, or a distortion and a modulation, or if you wanted a different clean sound for example, you could set up individual loops all around the board. Now these pedals are awesome. As I say, they're made by Bright Onion Pedals. You can pick how many loops you want on your board. You can pick what colour you want on your LEDs. They're all custom made. So let's have a little demo and see how it works. Right, so as I say, all of the pedals are on, or at least they are now. But obviously none of them are activated because all of the LEDs on the booster are off. So if I play now, we just have a straight, clean sound, guitar into amp, because the pedal's true bypass. So if I want to activate my modulation, okay, if I want my kill switch, the reason I've got it set up as a kill switch is I simply haven't put anything in the send or return, so that acts as a kill switch. Got my fuzz. So if you want to activate two pedals at once, the good thing about this, because you've got the loops quite close together, or the foot switches quite close together, If you wanted to change the set out, obviously I've got mine quite specific to how I use it live. If I wanted to activate my delay and boost at the same time for, say, a solo, so you can set them up. So if you wanted to have two pedals together that you often use at the same time, you can set it up that way, so you can hit them both at the same time. What else do I love about this thing? The thing I love about it the most is I never have to worry anymore about a cable or a pedal not working in the middle of a gig, because when that happens it's a nightmare. So with this thing you've got the peace of mind that the signal's always going to be there. With the labels, I've just basically labelled those myself. So I just basically got a couple of little white sticky labels and wrote on there what I wanted the pedal, and just stuck it on there so I can see it in the dark or at night time on stages, because you won't always remember the order you've got your pedals in, especially if you're like me and you chop them and change them all the time. Anyway, that's a very quick demo of one of the Bright Onion Pedals loopers.